Hi, I'm Alex Pellegrini and this is Andy Brown, and we're with the Farmland Raptor program with the Maryland Bird Conservation Partnership. We're working to reverse the decline of American barn owls and American kestrels through building and installing nest boxes.
American barn owl and American kestrel are listed by the state of Maryland as species of greatest conservation need. Their numbers have declined, their breeding population has declined in the case of American barn owl by nearly 80% over the last 30 years, and American kestrel by 55% in that same time period.
This is an exterior American barn owl box, and this can be installed on the outside of a barn or on a pole in a marsh, in a field, fallow fields, pasture land, meadows, but not areas of row crop sprayed with rodenticides and pesticides.
The entrance door allows us to clean it out and get to the chicks.
Right now we'll be building an exterior barn owl box. We're working with all pre-cut materials. The plans for this box are available on Maryland Bird Conservation Partnership's website at marylandbirds.org/farmland-raptors.
The barn owl box consists of 1/2-inch plywood and 1.5-inch square bracing that we use for supports.
Always have enough spare batteries.
So the first step we're going to do is assemble the floor. So we glue the joints and screw the plywood right down onto it. I've numbered the braces 1, 2, 2, 1 to correspond with the sides of the box. So we'll start with the long pieces on each end flush and just screw them down with 2-inch coated screws. Good there.
It's not pre-drilled.
No, it doesn't need to be pre-drilled. I just usually do 3 on these.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
You're going to want to use wood glue for all of these pieces. You did 2 screws?
Yeah.
So 3 screws along the long side, labeled 1, and then 2 screws along the short side, labeled 2.
Okay, so we'll actually need to drill 5 drainage holes in the floor for the same reason we did with the kestrels, so that just in case water gets in the box, it will drain out and they won't be sitting in moist substrate. 1 in the middle and on each 4 corners. 7/8 or a 3/4 inch spade bit will work. Is complete. You can see the support pieces on the other side. Next, we're going to put the support pieces on the back of the box. It gets three different pieces. Across the top is a full 2x4. That's useful for mounting the box onto barns and so forth. And then on the sides, labeled number 4, are these braces. So we'll start with propping these up with number 4s. And the 2x4, you'll notice, is 1 inch shorter than the back. So that is designed so that there will be a 1/2 inch overhang on each side where the side of the box will slip into it and be flush. Also, you'll notice that the 2x4 bracing in the back is recessed also a 1/2 inch across the top of the back. This is so that when the lid goes on, it doesn't bump the roof. So it's recessed a 1/2 inch on the side and a 1/2 inch on the top.
You go 5 screws here?
Yeah, so I like to kind of offset them a little bit, you know. Very good. So you'll notice that I've made a mark here 2 inches up from the bottom, and that's to accommodate the floor will be recessed inside. Again, you'll leave a 1/2 inch indent resets on each side in order for the side of the box to slip in. So it'll be flush with the 2x4 up at the top. We'll do 4 screws across the back, or down the side. Perfect. And the back is complete.
What are we working on next, Andy?
Next is the front. Yeah, number 6 and number 6. Okay, so with just like the back, we're going to leave a 1/2 inch indentation on each side of the front. Again, so that the side will slip in and fit snugly. So we'll start by doing the brace at the top. And this is flush, whereas the back was recessed. The front is flush.
How many screws do you do on this piece?
We'll do 5. Good. Okay. Now we'll now we're going to be installing the side braces. Again, just like on the back, they will be recessed by a ½ inch. And you'll notice also the mark of 2 inches at the bottom. The side brace will come to that 2-inch mark, and that's designed so that the floor will recess up inside.
What pieces have you completed at this point?
We have completed the floor, the back, and the front.
All right.
Okay, so now we're going to attach the back to the floor. Make sure you leave the ½ inch on each end over here. In the corners we're using 3-inch screws instead of 2, because what will happen is, you can see from here, it'll go into the bracing of the bottom of the floor further.
Oh.
Okay, very good. What is it? Nope.
Oh, what do we have here?
Mistakes happen. That's what we have.
Okay.
So. Do you have a little piece of wood in here?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay.
Okay. Hold that for a second. So what we're doing now is putting some 3-inch screws up through the bottom into the bracing for additional support. There we go.
This is where those ½ inch extensions come in.
Yes, exactly.
Lesson learned.
Yep.
Put on the glue first.
We'll have to trim these off, these points of these screws, because it'll catch people. So in actuality, we probably should have used the 1 5/8 instead of the 2-inch screws. So the stress of the box, if it's mounted up against the pole or something, is going to be pulled forward. So we want to make sure this back joint here is good and strong. And so we'll add some extra screws along the way, and we're putting 2 3-inch screws up top that go into the 2x4 bracing on the back. May have to make this adjustment. Boy, whoever measured and cut this did this pretty precisely.
And who might that have been?
I think I probably have made close to 100 of these over the years.
The 3 inches going there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Across the bottom.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Now we're going to put number 7 along the inside of the sides. That's where the roof gets screwed down into.
This one has a little.
Got a little bevel on it. Yeah.
We don't want that, right?
It's not. Yeah. Get a screw started, or a couple of them. What I'm measuring is this 27.5 inches from the center of each of these. And then I'm going to take that 27.5, mark it on the roof so that when we screw it in, it goes into those. 34 minus 27.5 is 6.5.
That's what I think.
And then divide that by 2 is 3 1/4. So 3 1/4 on each side.
Just using that to draw a straight line.
Yeah.
Remind me again why you're drawing this line.
This is to tell us where to drill the screws in and catch the support pieces. Okay, this is ready.
Do you do any 3-inchers here?
No. The roof we will treat with some type of waterproofing. I like to use aluminum flashing and roofing tar. You cover the roof with roof tar and then tack the aluminum flashing on top of it. So the last steps are to cut the entrance hole. We'll be using a handheld jigsaw that will drill holes in and then stick the blade in and cut it in a circular motion, and then affix the door, which is just on a hinge and a hook and eye, and that allows us to, the entrance door allows us to clean it out and get to the chicks for banding purposes. You see this box has been painted once. We'll definitely put a second coat of paint on it to protect it against the weather.
And light color again?
A light color again.